how important is it to have that strong personal brand?
I mean, it's essential. Obviously, like, having a personal brand is literally like, it's like your new business cards, your resume. Like these days, most employers, they're not really looking for like a piece of paper or a degree. A lot of them are just going to look at your social media and see kind of what you're posting. So like if you're posting like going out and partying and, getting drunk or whatever, it's like, are they really going to want to hire you? Right. Versus, let's say you have like a really strong personal brand, you have a decent following, you have great ideals and great information in your content. They're going to be much more enticed to partner with you or work with you. So I'd say like it's literally like almost like a degree these days. It's like your new resume. So if you don't have a personal brand, you're quickly falling behind because there's so many different opportunities you can have and get, if you have like a solid brand.
And I guess like leading on from that, what are the key benefits of having that personal brand? Because obviously, it's a CV at the end of the day. It's an online CV that people can look at. It gives you credibility. But in terms of actual benefits that you've been able to reap from building such a strong personal brand, what would they be?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously for me, right, I've gotten 90% of my business just through Instagram. So like for me, it's brought in a huge amount of business, money, success. But even on top of that, networking, I think that's super underrated. You could literally reach out to like some of the most successful people in the world, on social media, and they'll actually respond to you, right? Like you could get tons of, amazing guests just through Instagram, having a personal brand, where otherwise like, 10, 20 years ago, there's no way in hell they'd actually like, respond to you or, message you back on an email or a call or a letter, but these days it's like you could be a young nobody and reach out at, to like Tony Robbins or Ed Milet or just, somebody who's actually making it. And they're going to respond. They might even hop on like a call or, they might even hop on your podcast and have a direct conversation with you. So I think networking is like a very underrated thing because you can reach out to hundreds of people, on social media. And that's one thing that I've utilized a lot. Like you'll see I'm following like 6,000 plus people. It's because I've been able to network with so many people just using Instagram.
Before we get back into the video, I thought we'd just have a quick word from our sponsors, and all you e-commerce brand owners will absolutely love this. So we all know in e-commerce that 60 seconds is democratizing pricing. With fair and flexible price options on an exit intent, Shopify users can turn back up to 49% of their targeted users, which is just incredible. And we all know personally, I know this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, that purchasing is pretty much impulsive, and that pricing is probably the main consideration when taking that decision. And with the support of 60 seconds, you can find the most optimum pricing for each of your clients, and that will encourage them to be more open to your brand. So you'll not only see a rise in your profit margins, but also that key brand loyalty, which is just so crucial. So you can install the app on your Shopify by visiting the website below in the description for more information. As I said, I'll put the website link in the description. But for now, we'll get back into the video. Thank you very much. Have you been able to reach out to a lot of these people having that brand?
Yeah, 100%. It's been super awesome. Like I talked to Jason Stone. He's the owner of Millionaire Mentor. He has like a 10 million follower page or something like online. It's super dope.
Wow, that's incredible. And a bit of selfish advice here, Joe, but like obviously looking at this podcast, how would you go about, growing it and gaining more followers and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. So like, that's where it kind of comes down to like, should you do like more organic or paid, right? Because it's like, there's only really so much you can do with just growing organically. I know a lot of people, they've done tremendous work just growing organic, but then I know some people who are doing amazing things who do paid, whether that's, growing like with a service like us, running ads, marketing, promotions. So I think it really depends on like your goals. Like, do you want to reach, millions and millions of people? Then it might take like a small investment, right? But I'd say like for you starting out, even if you don't want to spend like money, putting out content is always the way to go. So I would tap into TikTok because you can grow pretty well organically there. Drive your audience from TikTok to Instagram. Just make sure you're posting reels, at least like 3 to 4 times a week. Put out decent content, provide value, and eventually like you will grow. And like I said, going back to networking, reaching out to some big players that have, a good audience, they can reach massive amounts of people, get them on your podcast. Cause then it's like, if they share your content to your page and stuff like that, you're going to get that content to more people, and that's going to slowly build up your following and your views.